Welcome. I'm hoping this will be a very quick and easy review lesson from a concept you learned last school year. It's basically the concept of how to find a missing side length of a right triangle using Pythagorean's theorem, which basically all that says is you take the two shortest sides, which are the sides that form this right angle here, the two shorter sides, you square their length, add them together, and that will equal the length of the longest side, which is always called the hypotenuse, the length of the longest side squared. I like to think of it in a visual way, or I like to think of three squares drawn on the edges of the right triangle. You draw these three squares and you find the area of the ones you can, and then the area of the third one will either be the sum of the two smaller, or if we know the bigger one, it'll be the bigger one subtract the smaller one we know. That's in case we know one of the legs. And by the way, that's what these sides are called. The two sides that make this right angle are legs. The longest side, which is never one of the sides that forms the right angle, the longest side is always called the hypotenuse. So what you do is you say, what's the area of this small square here? It's going to be 144, because that's 12 times 12, because it's a square, length times width. What's the area of this one? 16 times 16, which is going to be a fairly big number. I'm not sure what it is. You can always use calculators. It's 256. Then what we do is we add those two values together to find the area of the largest square, which is going to be 400. And then to find the length of the side, we square root that, or think of a number that times itself as 400, which is 20. So we found the length of the hypotenuse, and that is 20. Okay, so again, I kind of think of it very quickly. I think of, okay, this square here would have an area of 64. This area here would have an area of 125. We add those two values together, we get an area of clear. Again, just grab a calculator if you need to. And that's actually 225. 15 times 15 is 225, which is a lot better. That makes more sense. Then I get 289, and then we square root 289. And again, I'm using a calculator. Square root of 289, I believe, is a nice number. It's 17 of all things. So we type in 17. Now, you won't always get a nice integer number, but that's all right. So again, very easy to do this. The two smaller sides, I square them, 81. This is 144. We add those together if it's the two sides that form the right angle. Adding them together gives me 225. Oh, I already know what that square root of that is because we did it in the last problem. It's 15. So the length of the hypotenuse is 15. That's Pythagorean's theorem. I'm going to jump ahead. I really thought that at some point it gave you the length of the hypotenuse, and missing one of the side lengths, then you would actually subtract. But it's not doing that for some reason. 70 squared, by the way, is going to be 4,900. So again, all I do is square that side, get 4,900, square the 24, and I get 576. Add that to the 4,900, and then I square root, and I get 74. 74. If you have any questions, please bring them to class. I mean, there's really not much I type in. Oh, I typed in 79, not 74. Got it. Ah, yes, finally. Here's one that actually they give us the hypotenuse and one of the legs. I'm glad this came up. So again, what you're going to do is you're going to square the hypotenuse to find the area of this square out here. That's going to be 169. You're going to square the leg that they give us, that's going to be 144. We're going to now subtract 169 minus 144. That's going to be 25. And then we square root 25 to find that missing side length is 5. So just be warned that sometimes you will actually have to subtract rather than add. Again, this should be a review, should be straightforward. If you have any questions, please bring them to class and I will help you there.